Hi, everybody, and welcome to our training video on rehiring or restoring eligibility to a previously enrolled subscriber in Benefits 24/7. And once again, as your presenter, my name is Debbie Crumples, and I'm a member of the Outreach and Training Unit within the Employee and Retiree Benefits Division. So first, here are those important reminders again that the preferred web browser for logging into Benefits 24/7 is going to be Chrome. And here's a link again that will take you to the Benefits 24/7 training environment, because for now it's only a training environment until the live version of Benefits 24/7 is available on the PEBB Benefits Administrator website in early May. Okay, so as you can see, I am once again logged in as a benefits administrator for the Department of Ecology. And my first demonstration is going to be rehiring an employee to the Department of Ecology who had been previously enrolled in PEBB benefits, either with the Department of Ecology or another PEBB covered employer. So to do that, I'm just going to click on the Manage Subscribers tab. And as a BA, I'm just going to make a big assumption here that most benefits administrators would not even know that this employee had previous PEBB eligibility. So when you have a new hire, we just add new subscribers to our employer. So in this instance, it's going to be exactly the same. You're going to add a new subscriber. You're going to come down the page and you're going to tell the system what the employee's social security number is and give them the eligibility date. And I'm going to make that today's date because that's their hire date and when they are eligible. Click on next and then next. And it's going to bring this record up. It's going to say that, hey, we've found this employee and this person can be re-enrolled. So that's kind of like your first sign to let you know that this employee had been previously enrolled in PEBB coverage. No worries, it's available to be able to go out and claim that employee's or some of their information and automatically populate that for you. Just make sure that this is the employee with that social security number. And if it is, you're just going to click on claim. And voila, it brings over some of the employee's demographics information. So if you are from an organization who first puts employees' demographics information into your own system, and then that information currently feeds to Pay 1, well, that information is still going to feed in here to Benefits 24/7, and it's going to populate some of these fields. If you are any other kind of employer, then your information that populates here from an employee who had been previously enrolled in PEBB benefits is going to come from that other employer. So it doesn't really matter what kind of employer you are. You just want to make sure that the data that should be on this page is complete and it's accurate for your agency. So in this instance, it's bringing over the employee with the name of Dean Roberts, which is correct, their social security number, their birth date, their gender identity. So I'm going to come down to the eligibility reason. And when you rehire somebody who previously had PEBB coverage, we are going to always call them newly eligible. We put the eligibility date on the previous screen as April the 11th, which makes the coverage effective date May the 1st. It's just asking, is this employee represented? I'm going to leave that as no. Is the employee eligible for long-term disability? In this instance, I'm going to leave that yes, because this is a state agency. You know, based on your employer type, whether your employees would be or not, and whether or not you need that gross salary there. Always has to be something here, right? So even if it's a 0, you need to do that. But because it's a state agency, this too probably is going to feed over from my own system, but I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. And the hire date is going to be today, 04/11/2023. Now keep in mind that if this data pulled over from a previous PEBB employer, that hire date needs to be the hire date for your agency. So you'd want to just update that for yourself. And just another note that this date, if it didn't get updated, wouldn't really drive benefits eligibility or premiums or anything like that. It's mostly an FYI to you as your agency, their date of hire. So I'm going to come down here and look at the address that came over. Is it correct? Well, it is. The employee has not made a change. So therefore, I'm going to say yes, they have the same mailing address and go ahead and click on submit. Okay, so now I'm going to go up there and look for that employee. I'm going to do a search by first name for Dean and do search. Go ahead and click next to the employee's name and manage this employee. And as you can see, this has given the employee a newly eligible wizard, just like they would if they were any employee that was new. So they had a break in coverage, which makes them newly eligible. Therefore, they get to elect new benefit options and add any dependents that would be eligible. So that's how you rehire somebody back into benefits 24/7. Okay, so I'm back out at the dashboard, still signed in as a benefits administrator with the Department of Ecology. And the next demonstration that I'm going to do is to go ahead and take an employee who works for Ecology, who is currently not eligible because they are on approved leave without pay, and I'm going to go ahead and make her eligible again for benefits because she's returning from leave without pay. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Manage Subscribers tile. And I already know who the employee is, so I need to kind of go in. And as a BA, I need some information about her. And I really want to double check her current status for eligibility. So I'm going to type her name in, Davis, and I will do a search. I will go ahead and click next to her name and manage her as a subscriber. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on her eligibility tab. And I'll come down the screen a bit, and this is where we will see that she is on that approved leave without pay, that effective date was 9/15, which means that was her last day working before she went on that approved leave, which means her PEBB benefits ended 9/30 of last year. So in order to make her eligible for PEBB benefits again, there's some information we need from this screen. We need her social security number, so I'm just going to copy that. And you're going to need her hire date and her gross salary. So I'm going to write this step down really fast because that's what you need to do as well. And I am going to go now and make her eligible. But the only way that I can do that, I guess I will come back down here and show you. There's no way to just adjust this information here. This is kind of like a done deal. So the only way to reverse that is to add her back as a new subscriber. So I will click on this Add New Subscriber option. I will tell the system her social security number and her date of eligibility. So she's coming back to work from her leave today, which is April the 11th, 2023. Go ahead and click on Next and then Next. And here's the information that the system is going to recognize that, hey, this employee has been found and you can re-enroll her. Just letting you know that, yes, she was not eligible, but you can re-enroll her and make her eligible again. And if this is the employee with the correct social security number, then you can just go ahead and click on the claim button and it's going to pull some information over for her automatically. So because this is your employee, it's just going to pull over the information that's in the Benefits 24/7 application for her. So just again, make sure that it's all accurate, right? And that it's all complete. So it has her name, her social security number, her birthday, her gender identity. So under the eligibility reason, when you are returning somebody, you're just going to pick the option that applies. In this situation, it's going to be that she's returning to work from leave without pay, regaining eligibility, right? Here was her date of eligibility that we let the system know on the previous screen. And the system automatically knows that when it's a return from leave without pay, that the coverage effective date is going to be the first of the month in which the employee returned to work. So it recognized that that coverage effective date should be April the 1st. It's asking, is the employee represented? No. Are they still eligible for long-term disability? Based on which type of employer you are, you will say yes or no. And because I am working as a BA in a state agency, I know it needs to be yes. And I'm going to go ahead and put the salary there. Some of that may be there if you're an employer who doesn't need it there because you do your own billing for long-term disability or your employees are not eligible. Just remember, you need that to be 0. And I'm going to go ahead and put the hire date as 11/1/2015. Keep in mind that that is your agency's hire date. If you choose to update it or not will be up to you. Just know that it should be reflective of information for your agency. Doesn't drive coverage eligibility and it doesn't drive premiums. Okay, I'm going to come down here and verify that this employee has not had a change in address, and they have not. So I'm going to go ahead and click on same mailing address and go ahead and click on submit. So now I'm going to go up here. She's already right here. I'm going to go ahead and manage this employee. I'm going to come down the screen and voila, it gave her a newly eligible wizard because she did have a break in coverage from 9/30 to 4/1 of this year. So that means that she can go ahead and elect new benefits and she can enroll dependents if she would like to do that. So I will go ahead and go back out to the administrator's dashboard. Okay, so now that you know how to rehire or restore eligibility to a previously enrolled subscriber in the application, here are those follow-up resources in case you have questions about the application. So first, you can send your questions through the HCA support portal, and when you create your ticket, just be sure that you select the Benefits 24/7 online enrollment system as your inquiry type. You can also reach out to our outreach and training team at the number that we've provided here. And even though we don't have this out there yet, there will be a link coming soon to a Benefits 24/7 Benefits Administrator user guide. And finally, we are continuing to create and post additional detailed training videos for Benefits 24/7. And just know that the user guide and the videos will be located on the PEBB Benefits Administrator website once they are available. So that wraps up our video training on rehiring or restoring eligibility for a previously enrolled subscriber in Benefits 24/7. And thank you again for watching.